Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another very wholesome and cute stream of Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we played this game, there were, poems. Skip button? I don't want to skip, though. There's a lot of cool words here, I don't want to skip them. But yeah, hope everyone's day is going good. Hope all is well. Let's get started. Let's get started here. Let me get into my chat room. And let's read some amazing, awesome poems. Let's start with Sayori. Go in order. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Hello, Hashishin. Welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you? Are you ready for another day of Doki Dokis? Probably Natsuki. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe that's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. You're doing good? Nice. I'm glad you are. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In the club? In the club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Ultima. Sayori. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Aw, I don't even get to see her poem. Man. Alright. I'm sure Natsuki will like this. Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seems like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. That's a lot of, estimations there. Natsuki? What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? But what are you talking about? Hey, LJ, little man, how you doing today? You're finally opening Twitch for once? Finally, right? Welcome to Doki Doki. Have you seen this game before? Isn't this meant to be a horror game? I don't think so. I mean, look at it. Look how cute it is. Look at this girl here with her pouty face and her pink hair and her tiny hands and her ribbon. Anyway, how are you today? How's life? My writing is obviously the best, right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Hey Jacob, how you doing today as well? I hope you're doing well. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? I'm doing good. I am well, awesome, and ready to tackle this game once again. This cute, wholesome, adorable game. Ultima, please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki. Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poem if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute, just like you, Natsuki." Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey Natsuki, if you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it! Before I could pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the desk. It's not any good, and I know you hate my poems, so you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. But why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? Your day is good and relaxing, just watching YouTube and wrestling. Ooh, good old wrestling. I hope whoever you're rooting for wins. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. It's not like I like your poems or anything. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it, but I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well, but sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clenches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her, but finally she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Because you. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around, but when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout, but my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart, but what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is the best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you. Aww. That's kinda cute, isn't it? I mean, nice. It's nice. Shoot. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. But don't just say that, dummy. What do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well, and I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah, I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just remember this. I can think of things sometimes too. When you're nice to me, it's meaningful. I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do so, Natsuki takes my hand and pushes them back away. Her small, soft hands surprise me with their assertion. I don't want it. Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good! If you didn't, I would. Never mind. I'm glad that you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see them faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem. And now for Yuri's poem. Who's ready for Yuri's poem? I know I am. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. Well, so much for that. What about you, Monica? Hi, Ultima. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. Let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Sticking with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? You want to hear Yuri poem, Sage? I know, I'm sorry, Hushishin. Next time, don't worry. Next time, we will see Yuri's poem. But hey, maybe we'll see Monika's. That's... Oh, come on, Ultima. It's awfully suspicious, you know, spending time with her in the club room every day. Pretending to like the manga that she's into. You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. No, I think you're misunderstanding, Ultima. It's not like Natsuki just hates everyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So I need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club too. And you want to do that to me, right? I'm not sure how to respond to Monika. While I care about her and the club, it's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monika smiles sweetly. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wow. There was a lot of, feeling in that poem, huh? You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures, or aren't rather. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, okay, or bad, they want to focus more on everything they want into it. And the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I hope you all learn that, advice. It's gonna be important in life. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? What? I missed something. Why don't we start figuring out... Thanks for listening. Forget it. Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ooh. Stagnating air is coming. Common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah! It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? Hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as he stares at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Ultima, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Ultima may not be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Ultima to... What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Ultima to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Ultima, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... Sayori... Natsuki. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun, and you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Just a minute ago you were saying that. That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome! I don't think that really counts. What about you, Ultima? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not just be that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little unappreciated in general, having to come up with something for her to do that nobody offering to help. Hey, Chrissy B. How you doing? Chrissy has arrived. Half day today? Oh, you're free from school already, is that what you're saying? Also, I gotta know, what was the ad today? I must know what's being shown on me channel. That doesn't mean... Ooh. Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hand down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. The COVID vaccine again? Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to the channel, or welcome to the stream rather. You went to an ice cream place? Aw, lucky. What did you get? And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. They'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki released her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things, but I begin to understand. Ooh, cookie dough. Ooh, delicious. Well, Chrissy B, I hope you enjoyed today's sessions of Doki Doki. Something big's gonna happen soon. The festival. When you see this festival, you're gonna be mind blown. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if she didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always... Hey Foxan TV, thank you for following. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I hope you're doing good and well and awesome. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best, and all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. Hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. They start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? Yes! I got Natsuki's number. You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me your number. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kinda strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah, I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you'd better look forward to it. Oh, didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Ah! Never mind. Have you seen this game before, by the way, Chrissy B? I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we are outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. We're going to Natsuki's house and making some cookies and cupcakes and... Actually, just cupcakes. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. Cute! But she also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the next day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. It's not like we text each other. It's not like I want to text her. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Yeah. Check on Sayori, huh? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit to simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Aww. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom when I finally find her. Aw, what a cute room. Look at that cow there. Sayori? Hi, Ultima. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Oh, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals as well as wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something is wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Ultima. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have ever been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori? I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Ultima. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Ultima? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I had a really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in carrying the waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. Oh my gosh. What a crazy truth bomb this is, huh? I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that the Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Does she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Ultima. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I didn't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted to so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone to be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Ultima, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could just be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punishing my heart hurt in a way I couldn't understand. Hey, Ruins. Ultima, you're concerned for me? For me? Not for Sayori? You should be concerned for Sayori. But how are you today, Ruins? How's life treating ya? I hope you're doing good. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Ultima! Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care for you. You use your Microsoft reward? What's that? What's a Microsoft reward? Tell me, I want to know. It wouldn't have it any other way, or I wouldn't. Ultima. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. For $8. That's pretty cool. I hope it was a good reward, huh? Hope it was good. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Ultima, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. If it's all really scary, I don't understand any of my feelings, Ultima. Hey, Mana Spreader. Chad game. That's right. A very chill, cute game that's very wholesome, and we want to look out for Sayori right now, you know? But how are you today, Mana Spreader? I hope you're doing good. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel? No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. You're great? Oh, that's good news. If there's one thing I like to hear is that someone's feeling great today. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Enjoy the Doki Dokis. The adorable Doki Dokis. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I found myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Let's focus on what's ahead, not the behind or something. I spent only a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting for Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. She attacks me out of nowhere and slits my sup? Hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes make the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I don't already have them at home. Good! Glad I could count on you to do your part. This game will continue to be cute, right? Yes. Me, you will find out. It will always be cute, forever and ever and ever. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Ultima? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out for me. Gek! This is ridiculously heavy. Ha 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 ha! I carried that all the way out here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Ehehehe, it's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. Plus, I'm faster. I'm like a ninja kind of person. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Ha ha ha. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki... Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Grouse. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Ultima. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally, starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Let's get baking, everyone! Let's make some delicious cupcakes. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Ultima, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. That's a cute idea. You cute Natsuki, you. She's like, shut up! Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on! You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see Sir separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's 1,000,000 times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up, like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki. Hey Foxan, is this the Natsuki route? Yes, this is indeed the Natsuki route. This is the route I chose last time, and it's the route I chose this time as well. But how are you today? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes. Oh, I bet that's cute, cat-shaped cupcakes. And Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. How nice. Yeah, making cupcake with Natsuki. I mean, how peaceful can you get, huh? I'm sure Monika, Yuri, and what's her name? Sayori have nice routes too. Maybe less Sayori, since she's kind of sad right now. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabbed the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it into her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki's pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. Kneel. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before she reaches my face. I accidentally crack her wrist in two. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Whoa. Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Gross. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. No, whoops. Her face is entirely red. Ultima! You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn into this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Well, wasn't that adorable? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough! No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. cheese. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven, then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Tense. I know, right? It's getting tense here. Intense, am I right? Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. But now the intensity is gone and we're making beautiful cupcakes again. Cupcakes! The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Too bad we can't see the cupcakes. But then this would turn into a food visual novel. Now we can't have a food visual novel in our Doki Doki Literature Club visual novel, right? Yuri best girl. I know, a lot of people say Yuri best girl. I'm with the minority that think Natsuki is, that chose Natsuki. But Yuri is cool, though. I do like Yuri. Look how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. For me, the best girls are Sayori and Monika. Ooh, the two other girls. Not Monika, second 100%. Monika's pretty cool. Sayori's pretty cool. I like all the girls, to be honest. They're all good, you know? All nice and happy and on the outside at least. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever. I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature club. It's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun seeing people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... You're sad you know what scene is happening later? No, there's no sad scenes in this game, right? Right, guys? Right? Right? Monika and Yuri are the best girl. But what about me, my main character? The main character guy is the best girl in my opinion. Everyone has different favorites. Yeah. You know what we should do? We should write like weird words on these cupcakes and base everyone's like personality on the word they chose. Like, oh, you chose love? That's pretty cool. But you also chose murder at the same time? What does that mean, huh? What are you trying to say, sir? But that's actually a really cute idea, so... maybe I'm getting it from you. But what's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Eh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. Watch his reaction. The reactions are the best part. You played this game before, don't spoil it for Ultima. Well, fun fact, I streamed this game as well already. Sorry if that ruins it. But it has been 5 years since I played it, so I might have forgotten some things that happened. So, you know, it's kind of a fresh thing. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Though, fun fact though, even though I saw the main game, I'm playing the Plus version right now. So I don't know what the plus stories are like. Oh, there's news. Oh, jukebox party, or jackbox. That's cool. Where were we? Sayori is exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought of about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man! As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? Not gonna lie, Plus adds more lore than 1 in 2017. That's good. I want to see this lore. I felt like there wasn't a lot of lore with Natsuki. Kind of with Yuri too, to be honest. But yeah, I want to see more lore. Cause I like these characters a lot. If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Ah! Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. It's not like I want to help you pack or anything. I mean, just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Eh? What you said before about not wanting to have this chance? Doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. Ayo, how you doing, Tai? Welcome to the stream. You're just in time for more cute Doki Doki land. Are you ready, Tai? But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely and like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Ultima, I thought you only cared about getting this done. Ooh, I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay longer if I could. Of course. Oh, you're ready, Tai? I'm ready too. I feel the same way as you, so... Whoa, close. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. The music stops. Yeah, Jackbox Party Pack 8 is out today. I never played those games before. Maybe one day I should, huh? Wait, Natsuki? Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at my sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it. For a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Eh? Ah! Hi, Ultima. Sayori? Just now we weren't... It's okay, Ultima. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. Hi, Sayori. The lovable Sayori. I know. She's going through a tough time, though. I'm gonna help her out. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Ultima? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. The world, this would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Ultima. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I don't like Sayori, she's super annoying and childish. But look at her though, she's sad. She's really like depressed at the moment. You know, it's sad. Brings a tear to me eye. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? I should just... Monica! Hasn't everyone been like that at one point? What? I'm annoying and childish? Pretty much. Maybe Yuri was more shy and stuff. She just watched a sad movie or something, she'll be fine. She watched one of my streams, and now she's like this. So watching one of my streams would make anyone cry. What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Ultima. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Ultima, I like you so much that I want to die! Oh dear, that's how I feel. And, that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand around Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always wanted to know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordless, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Oh my gosh. She probably watched Titanic. Or the even more emotional story, Marley and Me. So, once again, I'm gonna go with the choice that I did 5 years ago, which just so happened to be... You'll always be my dearest friend. You son of a bitch! One of your friends who streamed on Twitch, you blame him for killing video game female character? Oh no. Well, don't blame the thing. Oh, come on, man. I'm sorry, Foxanne. Before you say anything, just, trust me, alright? She's gonna probably be sadder. Like I said, just trust me on this. Trust me with this choice. Alright, everyone, just trust me on this. Put your faith in me. Just what she needed. A good friend. Good job, Ulti. Just what she needed. Being friend-zoned. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seem to be after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. Let's hope you picked right. Oh, don't worry. I know I picked right. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Suri forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori. It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than everyone, Ultima. Can vouch it was the correct choice. Real life, you kept choosing you love you each time. You thought that was right. But it is right. But maybe my choice was right. What really is right in the end if you think about it? I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So... Scurry's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Ah! Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Her scream was so loud that a zombie slowly rose out of the grave. And that's how the apocalypse began. Sayori looks over to her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of the house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more than I could have done. The most I could do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her out on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she has. Even though I can confront her, I kept wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I got. Let me explain my reasoning, by the way. You pick your dearest friend to make Sayori more sad. Sheesh, Jacob. My word. But, my reasoning back then for choosing that choice is I chose the Natsuki path, and I thought to myself, let's just keep on riding that path, you know? Let's just keep on this train to the very end. Even if people, like other people, get sad, I just want to see what the Natsuki path has at the very end. You know what I mean? I thought it was that kind of game. Little did I know. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. That's nice reasoning. Yeah. And when the Natsuki path was done, I'd do the Yuri path and the Sayori path and the Monika path. I thought it was like Clannad, where like they were different paths and stuff. Anyway, it's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking the 2 trays. Natsuki is already testing up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Just no Monika path. Poor Monika path. And no music, too. It's kind of weird having no music, huh? Want me to look up YouTube and play some Doki Doki music? Funnily enough, I probably feel the same as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over, so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. Cherry music fits here. Yeah. Ultima! You're the first one here. Thanks for being so early. That's funny, though at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori had told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Such a dummy. I know, right? You should take a little responsibility for her, Ultima. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monika, you know about that? Of course. I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. I am the bad guy. I'm the villain. I'm the main bad guy. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monika is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help out people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I really recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones that they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. What's that? Percent sign. Get out of my head! 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 Get out of my head before I know before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. So, right when I saw this poem, I thought, okay, something's a little off about this game now. This game's a little scary. Just a little scary. Oh, by the way, Cairo, hello! How you doing? The you in this must be Amy. Oh yeah, it's Amy. The real main character. Ah? What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Ultima? What's wrong? Nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Yeah, it feels different from anything we've ever seen in our life. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Oh, wait, she does like spiders? She does. You remember when this came out in 2017? It used to be so scary back then. It could still be. Amy is awesome. She doesn't like spiders. Minor flaw. You mean major flaw, am I right? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, to help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same that they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. Where's the music? I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. You're not really for this? You're not ready for this? Ready for what? Nothing's gonna happen, it's fine. Sayori! Shirley is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Gulp. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? I'm not her boyfriend. I friend-zoned her yesterday, remember? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori! Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori... Oh, no! Sayori, come on. Stop messing around. Get up. Come on. 3 compliments. I like that the rope is sturdy. I like that we can see game script, and I like that I'm literally shitting myself right now. Those are my 3 compliments of the game. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. The first time you played this, you waited like 2 minutes at the black screen. You waited 2 minutes? Oh no. And then you did it, and then we all cried. What's my opinion on airplane food? I don't remember it. I don't think I had airplane food. No opinion, sorry. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I'd know what's best and that everything would be okay. And why? Why would she do this? Hey Danny, thank you for the follow. You're awesome, my dude. Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That had to have been what's pushing her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Because I wanted to choose the Natsuki route. And then Ultima says, oh yeah, that's why I did that. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Hang on, let me reset and try something different, guys. I only had one chance and I wasn't really careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. My God. The end. What a great flippin' game. So cute. You've been dealing with that stuff for a year. Make sure, oh dear. I forgot about that. Censor ham a file of the game that a secret link deleted. Aha. Danny Char. Would that work? Would it work if you just close the game? I don't know, maybe. Might work. Is that the name of this person on the screen right now? Is Sayuri files still in the files? I could check. Goodbye. Let's check the files, guys. Let's just check the files real quick. Characters. Nah, looks like Natsuki's, or not Natsuki's, looks like Sayuri's file's gone. That's too bad. Audio, fonts, images, script. Oh, I can't view it. Oh, man. Internal. Look at all this stuff, by the way. What's this? Lots of license crap. Oh. Reset. I don't want to do that. Trace back. What does this say? Accession. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. That's a weird file to find in this game, huh? First reset, then delete Monica, then have the ending. I could. Imagine if they made a hanging scene, a wallpaper for the background here. There's no way. That's just silly. Look at these wallpapers, by the way. Aw, because you... the thing knows everything. Oh, that's cute. Why am I looking here, by the way? God, I don't like this room. I don't like that room anymore. Alright, let's go back to the game now. Enter another profile and delete Monica and do a new game. I could. Would you change the background? I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to. Well, guys, I don't know about you. Can I do load game, maybe? You know what? Nah, let's just do it. Let's do it, guys! Let's do this again! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this. Starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired waking up. By the way, guys, I forgot to say this last time. Oh, Hellfire Skyrim, how you doing? You could delete your own character. Here comes Shapes. But yeah, 5 years ago when I saw that scene, I was just so freaked out. This was when, like, during a time when I could not stand jump scares for the life of me. I was, like, shaking for weeks after that scene. It's a good jump scare. That is a really good jump scare. But she's going to chase after me like this. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Oh no! I don't like that! That's a scary thing. I've forgotten some of the jump scares in this section of the game, by the way, so this'll kind of be fresh. She's speaking facts. I know, right? Did you see what she said there? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded with couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I'm always walking to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content at just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Girls, am I right? The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Ooh, ooh, says Jacob. The music is kinda corrupted. No. Yeah, it is. Kinda creepy. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ultima? Oh! Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you there. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. What was with you being in cube form a second ago? Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Hi! Hey, Crafty Killers. Crafty Killers, you're just in time. Watch this game. It's good. It's really good. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. Is Monica in the chat with us? Maybe. If only there were bats. Wouldn't that be cool, Hellfire Skyrim? You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. The Literature Club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. What is this, a dating sim? Yeah, Crazy Killer. But it's a good dating sim. Stick around and watch. Watch how cute it is. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists the manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey Ultima, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? How could we refuse Monica, right? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Ultima. You know that. It's nothing really. Shall we go there? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Aww. Monica's more important. And thus marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Ooh, right. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Ultima. Yeah, just a normal game. Crafty Killers. Not realistic enough. Nobody asked how to join the bat hugging club. Someday, maybe the next game. All words escape me in this situation. Like, why did you move like that, and why did the screen get weird? This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping it with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. You brought a boy? Ew, this is a girls-only club. So I ran into Ultima in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but it just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Ultima? Let's sit down. The girls have, a few desks arranged to form a table. You're hugging the game itself, Jacob. Hug the game. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I knew you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? There you go. Hey, Immortal Luna! How you doing today? Welcome to the normal game that is Doki Doki Literature Club. How are you? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more, people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Doing good, just a video editing today. Ooh, gonna be in and out of the stream. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm just playing this normal game, right guys? Normal. Very, very normal. Not scary. Right, Natsuki? Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns. Normal. It is. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You kept a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Ultima, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, but clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Jacob's hugging Jacob. That's a good thing, hug Jacob. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I've read a horror book once. I played a horror game once, especially during spooky month. I desperately grasp something I can relate to act at the minimal level. Why are you hugging yourself? I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta hug yourself, am I right? At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Hug secret rat in the wall. You're silly, Hellfire Skyrim, you know that? You're silly. Oh, thanks for boosting the stream, by the way, those that boosted the stream. That doesn't show in my Twitch phone chat for some reason. So annoying. But thank you so much for boosting the stream. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? I left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give me that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes? You're hugging Twitch now. Oh boy. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Draw. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Ultima? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Ultima. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. And before returns... the weirdly texted person. You need a Monster Energy, but you're still stuck in quarantine. Oh no. Does any place near you deliver at all, Jacob? Maybe a delivery of Monster would help. If that's a thing. You legit slap your keyboard to get that? Nice. Everyone slap your keyboard. Well, not hard, and tell me what you get. We need 4, and I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if I don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Ultima? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after that, I would be super pissed. Ultima, I'm so happy. The one thing you miss the most is to pick up lunch. Picking up lunch. I miss your lunch stories, Jacob. Those are normally the best. That gets me fired up in the morning. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Ultima, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. What a lovely day. With that, I depart the clubroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Let's write a poem, guys. A special poem. Oh, let's read it. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, a ceiling and walls beyond a deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall. Anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of interdimensional width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself, though air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. What a beautiful poem. Well, guys, I'm still on the Natsuki route, so we're gonna keep on doing this, you know? You really want McDonald's or Subway or Chinese food or pizza or Burger King or Five Guys or taco or breakfast food? You want all of that stuff? Cute! Party! Fluffy! Rain, darn it. Flower! Love! Boop! Happiness! Cheeks! Cheer! No. Doki Doki! Laugh! Skirt! Do none of them deliver? Oh, right. Fluffy's a nice word. Yeah, Fluffy's nice. Lollipop! Death! I mean, anime! Rose! Oh, crap. Bliss! Milk! Bouncy! Giggle! Hee. You're back? It seems like Sayuri's gone. She went somewhere. I don't know where she went, but, you know, she's somewhere. Hi again, Ultima. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, thanks to keeping your promise, Ultima. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. Excuse me, oh my gosh. How was the festival? I think it was canceled, actually. For some reason. I don't know what happened. But, I'm starting a new game now, and, this time we're gonna get to the festival. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Can you move, Monica? I can't see the words. Atsuk certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Ultima. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. What? Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. Is it just me, or do I feel a little, seasick at the moment? I feel slightly seasick for some reason. That's weird. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag, pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. Probably the music doing some weird stuff. Yeah, just the music. And, oh god, the music does feel weird too. Just how perspective works, everything is fine? Oh, maybe. I mean, I normally stream the morning games on the computer, and this time I'm on the Switch. So maybe just my perspective's off, I don't know. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. But this is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much, or feeling good, or whatever I said. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Well, that was weird. Everything seems back to normal now. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Oh, let's see what Natsuki's doing. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. This is when she's dealing with her manga collection, right? Then she yells, "Freaking Monica!" She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in here? Fucking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and in boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah! Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. I know that feel too. I actually collect manga, kind of. And seeing one book messed up, I just lose it. Kind of like how Natsuki lost it there for a second. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can't go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Ultima. Consider this a lesson straight from Don't Judge a Book! In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. Whoa, what was that all about? I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly... Moe! Don't just stand there. Ooh-ah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Hellfire Skyrim. I almost said ooh-woo. Think about that for a bit. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like this. Eh? Why's that? Yeah, see? Almost. I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Klauuzet? Is that how you say that? What's that emote, Tai? Looks like a knight's helmet. You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. It's Sir Uwu. Sir Uwu. You are now knighted as Knights of the Uwu Realm. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Aw, here's this cute view again. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. Oh, I get it. You don't have any manga, do you? No. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes you want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. Kind of like you, Natsuki. A loser. What? But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even bring it in my own room.
My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this.
At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Oh, it paid off in the end, didn't it? Also, what was that thing about your dad? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Geez, that's enough. And are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. Think she says she loves her dad? Oh, that's right. She loves her dad. It's a good father. I flipped the page. 12 hours later. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she's starting to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Oh! Oh, no! No. I don't like that face. Oh, geez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. Natsuki, you're not yourself when you sit next to me. You need a Snickers. I told you not to give that. I told you not to give. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it in her mouth. We need to get Amy. I know, where's Amy at? Where's the spider girl at? Don't worry, Ultima. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Alright, guys. Time to share some poems. We are going to start in order once again. With Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I share mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't really feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ooh. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Ooh. Apparently you have fans of the game-made sprites for Amy. I would like to see that, actually, if that's possible. She really is best girl. Truly is. While I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad, you were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well it's not that great, but let me show you what the real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ooh, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Send it in Discord? Alrighty, I'll check it out when I'm done. I like that fox picture that you made, by the way, Call Me Ty. That was good. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure it out. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice things about simply writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I make it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling and proud, then I won't take that away from her. How lovely. And now let's check out Yuri's poem. If it's that cursive poem again, I'm probably gonna, not read it out loud. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish the ending. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri refines her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Well, itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The lights flicker, I flicker back. Yeah, this is the poem that I can't read all that well. I don't know how to read cursive, guys. Help. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. No, I just skipped it, actually. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Can anyone in chat read cursive, by the way? I can. Or does anyone, write super well in cursive? Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo! Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Ultima. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem. Oh, another person did a thing. Thank you. Hellfire Skyrim is chatting in weird languages. Poas the help. Post this help? I don't know what he said there. He said something weird in chat just now. In that case, Ghost. Lingering in her last remains of place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. It helps a lot, thanks. That's upside down. Oh, in that case, does this help? Some of the letters in "does this help" were kind of weird, but it helps greatly. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll just have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. And now for Monica's poem, her lovely poem. Hi, Ultima. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. You can do a glitchy letters filter? Oh, that would be scary. Don't worry, Ultima. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Ultima. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, geez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Sheesh. Hug. Whoa, that's scary writing. That's spooky, huh? But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident in someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Ah, hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burning eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Are they simply on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Was that the poem last time, or no? So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that, but it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, or your brain gets too fixated on a specific point, if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Pet Bat. Hellfire Skyrim gave a hug. This might bleed into whatever is below it. Not this time. Oh, Ty did hug turtles. Cute. Oh god, why is the music weird? Not only that... Yeah, that's a normal picture for this club room. That's a nice picture. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. You never noticed that? Yeah, apparently that's a picture. What? How nice. How nice. That's an awesome poster. Where can you get it? I'm sure it's on Amazon. You know what? I guarantee it's on Amazon. I bet you could even make it yourself, Ty. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. It's somewhere. Even if they're just being mean, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes laid on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? You regret looking it up on Amazon, didn't find the poster though? It's probably somewhere. Probably on an anime site. I don't know why anyone would want the poster, but... Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Ultima did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course it comes across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Ultima liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, here comes the argument again. Oh no. That's not what Ooh, Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Ultima appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose booze magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ultima started showing up. Oh boy, here we go again. Natsuki? Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. Talking out of your own insecurities on the others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Edgy? Oh! Sorry that my lifestyle isn't too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality by adjusting and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just say accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with you? Your head. Yeah, go on. Let Ultima hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be fine. Just he'll have you to this. Suddenly Yuri turned toward me as he's noticing I was standing there. Ultima, she just started trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What do I do? I'm going on the Natsuki path, so I guess I'll choose Natsuki. No, crap. Natsuki. God! Hey, Ultima. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Oh, the poster's gone? Aw, man. What happened to the poster? Also, what the heck was that scene? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Ha 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 ha. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. I wish I had a fourth party member named, Sayuri as well. She would have helped. Look at them, they've crushed. They've crashed. Did you took it? Oh, did Tai take it? Did you take the poster, Tai? But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Yeah, the poster's normal. You never. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Ultima, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. How do you know that, though? Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I shouldn't be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. I don't know who Sayori is. Has taken all of the memories from Ultima. Who is Sayori? I forgot. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Ultima. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate... Oh my gosh, guys. Well, let's continue with our Natsuki quest, huh? Lollipop! Heart! Cute! Vanilla! Candy! Fun! Lucky! Clouds! Flying! Summer! Hop! Cheer! Fluffy! Doki Doki! Kiss! Hair! Skirt! Shiny! And kitty! And to wrap it all up, bunny! Yay! How cute! How lovely! Maybe she's Amy's friend. Oh, maybe. Could be Amy's friend. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Ultima. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Well, guys, I hate to be a massive jerk. It's been 2 hours, so I think I'm gonna end the stream right here. But there will be more tomorrow. Don't worry. At least there are no dogs in this game. Aww. There should be more dogs in this game, in my opinion. Here we go. Let's save the game now. Oh, where'd my other save slot go? My watch is broken. Oh no. My other save slot, or my other thing. Let's see what more stuff I unlocked, by the way. Let's just, what do you think they would do to the dogs? They would make them cute and adorable. and cute and cute and cute. So let's see. We have a new poem. It's cute. It's a nice poem. It was this scene. Luckily, it doesn't get all like weird and stuff. What's this? Oh, pictures. Pictures! How nice. And then music. Alright, there's more music, I think? I don't know, to be honest. Oh, God. Not that song. Dog bites everywhere. Dog bits. But yeah, guys, thank you all for coming. Sage. Thank you all for coming. I hope you guys are liking this playthrough. It's really, really cute. Side story. Oh, look. There's 2 side stories I can do. Wow. We'll have to do them soon, huh? But yeah, take care, guys. Tonight will be more, what's it called? Ni no Kuni? And tomorrow, more of this adorably, adorably cute game. So I will see you all tomorrow. And everyone be well, be good, and be awesome. Bye-bye!